sure we have this.
Alrighty, everybody, we are live from Brockton for the first ever TOT
Brockton!
live cookout. So just want to give a quick shout out to everybody here who is in attendance. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. And Time On Talks is brought to you by Chase and Throws Custom T-shirts and accessories, the Ice Shaker, and is also sponsored by Make It Mac. I am alongside James and my fellow host here, Ben. And we actually have a great set of people here today. I don't know why I had a brain fart there. And the weather is a little pause. And the weather is beautiful. It held up today. So very glad to be here. Do not forget, as well as the people who are in attendance, and if you are watching at home, to get your raffle tickets for the Red Sox vs. Braves game. That is on July 26th. You will not want to miss that one. We will be pulling that probably towards the end of the show today. So you've got the clock's ticking. You've got under an hour to find out if you'll be going to see the Red Sox and the Braves. Also just want to say a special thanks to my grandmother for making this happen, and to everybody who is here live in attendance. Woo! Thank you guys for showing out.
Clap it up, Jared. Clap it up, Jared.
So we've got an interesting little agenda here today. We've got the Celtics, who have just traded the heart and soul of their team, Marcus Smart. We were talking about Dylan doesn't like it already. We were talking about this a little bit before the show. We got Kristaps Porzingis. We'll talk about that a little bit. DeAndre Hopkins and Dalvin Cook. Where are they going to land? We've got some trivia that James is got prepped up here. For the people live, we're going to have trivia in 2 seconds. It is general trivia, so it's not just sports specific. And we will be talking a little bit about some bold predictions. I think James, he's kind of rubbing off on me here. I think we're going to be getting some bold predictions here. So.
And we got some lemonade downstairs. For people here, lemonade, just $5. So go down there. It's pretty tasty, actually. So $5 though. You got to bring the money over here. We don't. Nothing's free.
Nothing is free. We've got the live promotions here from Ben. And we are going to start. I'm going to turn it over to James for our first trivia of the day.
I just want to say, definitely buy those Red Sox tickets. The Braves have a stud lineup. Ozzie Albies,
Ozuna,
all those guys.
Ozuna,
yeah, he's a really good guy.
Said it before him.
He's been arrested 3 times in the last 2 years. So
okay, let's talk about the baseball, not the.
All right, we'll do a little
baseball.
Geography. We're gonna do some geography. I know, Dylan, this is your topic, so I expect you to
loves
nail
geography.
This one.
Dylan loves
Shane, I expect you to get this one too. What letter is not included in any of the 50 U.S. state names? There's one letter that is not included in any of the 50 U.S. state names.
Anybody down there?
Which letter? It is not X. No, that's a good guess, though.
It is not X.
Marianne with our first guess of the day.
What kind of awful question is that?
Y. We got Y, James?
It is not Y.
What letter is not in any of the 50 states? Is not a letter in the 50 states?
It is not Z. It is not J. H? It's not H.
It's not H.
I thought this.
You know, another classic from Jimmy on the first one. You know, last live
Tony,
show, the
come
first
on,
question
hey.
didn't get it. Now he's going to stump everybody.
B is not B. It is Q. Yes.
Hey,
We've got a winner here, so
winner.
we've got the first winner of our trivia. So Jamie can grab a shirt.
Off to a
I'm
better
not
start
sure where
than
they are at the moment right now. That is a Denise McKinnon
Off
question.
to a better start.
Kindred's got it, so you're gonna have to grab the shirt. That's on Kindred. We're gonna keep moving with the show here.
Oh, Jonas.
Sorry, Kindred. All right, we are live here, as I said, in Brockton, first annual cookout, and we're going to start off with a bang here. The Celtics made a huge trade. They moved on from Marcus Smart, who I think is the heart and soul. Dylan doesn't think so.
I agree.
Ben agrees. James, I don't know.
100% was
okay.
So
All right,
no doubt
just
about
want
it.
to make gotta make sure we're on the same page here. But on the other side, we acquired Kristaps Porzingis, somebody who I'm not too keen on. The injuries, the health concerns. It seems like the Celtics have a little bit of a pattern here with that. I'm not crazy about the trade, but I wanted to turn to my counterparts here and see what you guys think.
Yeah, listen, initially, I didn't like it. Obviously, I'm a Marcus Smart guy, as Josh mentioned. We're all Marcus Smart guys. It was our and soulless team. The only guy that's going to dive on the floor, do these plays. But, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. So you got to just switch it up. We're not getting rid of Brown and Tatum. So we got to get rid of Marcus Smart. I don't like it still, obviously. Kristaps injury prone. Listen, hey, Robin Kristaps, that's great. We got 2 injury prone big men. How is that going to work out? We're going to have to monitor that. Listen, then we got some of the crowd people saying we got Horford, but yeah, listen, Horford's a little 36 years old. A little sarcasm, yeah, whatever. But I like the trade, honestly, looking back at it, it's a good trade. I don't like what we did with the draft picks. I thought we should have taken that 25th pick and used it. As I mentioned before, Marcus Sasser was there, Isaiah Wong, some solid guards out there. Don't know why we traded back. Still a little confused on that. Maybe Jimmy can give me some insight on it. Probably not. But I thought we were going to use something with that, so I'm a little disappointed with that one. But overall, I do like the trade. We need to do something. We're not getting rid of Tatum and Brown. So I like the trade as much as I hate to say it. And I lost another jersey. I lost, obviously, Juju last year.
You got a smart jersey?
Yeah, I got a Marcus. Once he was drafted, I loved him at Texas Tech. I mean, he was like I said, I was one of the biggest Marcus Smart guys. Heart and soul of this team. The only guy, he was the only guy in this playoffs. I mean, he was the only guy in this playoffs that was giving us heart.
So he played for Texas Tech?
I think he did.
Oklahoma State.
Same difference.
Come on, son.
Big 12.
I remember the incident he had at Oklahoma State, so that's how I remember.
Well, that's what he fought someone
Shout
at
out
Texas
Des
Tech. Yeah, he fought someone at Texas Tech. Whatever, same difference. He's gone, so we don't even care about him anymore.
Damn straight.
It's a good point.
The reason why I didn't like it at first, I think, is because I thought it was Malcolm Brogdon, just like everyone did. I do not like Brogdon. I was happy about it. Brogdon is who he is. He's always hurt. He's another guy that's always hurt. They managed his minutes last year. He was great. I don't think he'll get that again. That's why I was... Smart was the heart and soul. He was my favorite player on the team. You knew what you were going to get. Played through injuries. He was tough. Sure, you have to live and deal with his, craziness sometimes, turn the ball over. But I felt like he did everything this team needed to do. And honestly, his best year was under Udoka. He didn't deal with his nonsense, called him out. Last year, he went back to being kind of crazy smart. But heart and soul of Boston, I'll miss him. Porzingis, I like it. They had to mix it up. You add him. The draft picks, they moved back. Brad said they needed multiple second-round picks. A lot of deals at the deadline have been involving second-round picks. I don't know why. Seems like the new trend in the NBA for whatever reason. But overall, I like it.
James likes it. Ben, iffy on it. I know he's going to miss that jersey.
Listen, I miss the jersey, and we've been talking about, we got a lot of people here. We've been talking about this topic. It's a hot topic. Everybody seemed to just be, Marcus Smart was everyone's guy. He was his heart and soul of this team. Only guy diving on the floor, only guy just doing everything. I mean, we're looking at Tatum and Brown. Listen, Tatum just didn't shoot a shot in the fourth quarter, half the series in the Heat. Brown, turnover machine in the Heat series. Obviously, Marcus Smart had the shot. He got the shots to Derek White. That was the game winner. So I'm going to give Marcus Smart on that one. But he was the only one consistent, I think, throughout this whole playoffs. And we got rid of him. So now, I think it was. I think he was the only consistent guy through this whole playoffs. So now this is on Brown and Tatum as a bigger picture. No more excuses. If these guys can't do it right now, we got rid of Marcus Smart. It's up to you guys right now. If you guys can't do it, then we're going to have to look after. We're going to have to get rid of Brown. This is the last test. This is the last thing. This is the last test for them.
100%.
You got rid of Marcus Smart. You got rid of the guy that everyone complains about. Oh, he takes too many shots. He does all this. The real people that don't know basketball and don't know what he's done for this team. So now, hey, if this is Tatum and Brown's team, let's see what they can do.
And it's transitioned to that big three that a lot of fans and the team has been looking for. Dylan's just itching to get on the mic. We're gonna get before James has something he wants to say.
Let's get people behind us.
We're off and rolling. We're talking Celtics. We're talking the recent Marcus Smart trade. Celtics have just acquired Kristaps Porzingis. We're getting our little takes in on that. And as I said, we've got a couple people here in attendance that we want to get on the mic. But before we do that, James has something quick he wants to say.
I just want to ask you guys, did you like the original deal that was reported, or do you like this deal?
For sure, the original.
Brogdon, right?
As much as I love Brogdon, I think that there is concern around that injury, and this is kind of a credit to you, and I know you're going to get on your high horse about it.
Thank you.
I think Marcus Smart fits better in Boston than Malcolm Brogdon does. And I think you're losing the heart and soul on defense as well. And I know we've talked about this all the time, and we talk about leadership and stuff like that, and I feel like Marcus Smart is kind of a core piece / anchor for that leadership.
Small observation, maybe during this show it's changed. Jaylen Brown, the only Celtic that did not have a post for Marcus Smart, throwing that out there.
Wow, I did not know that.
One of the only. Tatum did, Horford did.
Social media guy, Jimmy.
Of course, Boston boy.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure Jared had mentioned to me that they were close.
I know that is
Brown
true. That is true.
and Smart were close.
Yes,
they
very
had
true.
that video of them dancing at Encore, so like, I don't know. I mean, obviously
Shout out
that
to Encore,
happens.
shout out.
Shout out Encore. We're doing promotions now. But yeah, you might be looking a little too into that.
I know Brown's
think.
emotional, so who knows?
See,
Maybe he's still
okay,
dealing with
all
it.
right. I figured it out. It's a Jaylen Brown thing for you. You don't like Jaylen Brown,
I do not like him at all.
so that's where this is stemming from.
I threw up once a
That's
day
where
knowing we
this
have to
is-
pay him the Supermax.
Listen, hey, I mean, you look at everybody in the NBA, we're going to pay him. I mean, Grant's going to get mad money. Grant's gone. I hate to say it to everybody, but Grant's gone. So, and I was the Grant guy over here, but NBA, just everyone gets overpaid. I think Brown gets paid the right amount. Listen, I know we get yelled at him for the turnovers and everything, but Brown, regular season, before this Heat series, he helped us out in that Hawks series greatly. He was better than Tatum in that Hawks series. He was better than Tatum in pretty much every other series. Brown doesn't get enough credit. He just chokes right now. I don't know what's going on with some of these turnovers. In the clutch games, he just literally can't drive on anybody. He just chokes. I don't know what. He just turns into a different player. So I'm a little confused with that. But I think ultimately, he does. I
So
mean,
you feel comfortable handing him the $295 million?
I
even
do.
After
I
what you
do
just
because,
said?
like I said, in the NBA, you're gonna get paid. It's the NBA. Grant's gonna get like 40 or 50 million. I'll pay Jaylen that.
Now, we've got a little banter in here. We've got some huge Celtics fans here. We've got some other fans over here. We'll be talking some football. I know we got Ed down there who's got some very passionate
Pat Stink.
Patriots takes. He's got them under 10 games, under 9 wins. So we'll get to that a little bit
time.
later. But we've got Dylan. We've got some couple fans up here on the porch. We're going to leave it open to you guys. How do you guys feel? Is there anybody who wants to grab the mic and give their take on this recent Celtics trade or anything NBA?
Shano.
Basketball
How about
guy.
you, Shane?
They're pointing
Come
to
here.
Jared. Here comes Jared. We're going to give the mic to
Jared.
Jared real quick. Here we go.
What do I get up for him, or
He can just join in.
he can just talk?
Let's hear it, Jared.
Long time listener, long time friend to Ben here.
He's 6'10", everybody. He's
I
6'10".
agree with a lot of the stuff that James talked about. I think
Shocker.
losing it would have been much better for them to get off of Brogdon. I think injury issues is a lot. I think in that game 7, it was pretty brutal having him out there. In terms of paying him $295 million, I agree that you do have to pay your superstars those money, but I think it'll be interesting with the new CBA and how they try to build a roster out going forward. Having 2 guys under a supermax. Rumors are Kristaps is going to get 2 years of an extension. So how they build a roster trying to keep them. Will they go with JT and KP? Will they go Jaylen Brown? Are they going to be able to keep all 3 of them? I think it's an interesting development over the next 3 years for the Celtics, and I think the window is right now.
I'll take that.
It's kind of similar to like
guy's
the
good at
Buffalo
this.
Bills a little, right? They got to win now.
Oh, boy.
Got to win now.
Big Bills fan there,
This
Jared.
guy's smart.
Thank you, Jared, for coming
This
on
guy's
here.
tall and smart. Here we go, everybody. Let's go. Hey, well, too bad he's a Trailblazers
But
fan. so
I
that
just
guy
want to say
stinks.
one thing. I agree with this point. I don't know how. I'm not like a big money guy, and I don't know all the financials of it and the CBAs. And he makes a great point. I don't know how this is going to work out. I know that we are owed Kristaps Porzingis is owed $36 million this year. You're looking for a super max with Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum's contract's, 2 or 3 years into it now at this point. What are we going to do with all this money? I agree with Jared. I think this is a win-now situation, and they view this as their big 3 as the NBA has turned to since 2008.
I mean, to be honest, I know this is going to be kind of weird that Porzingis just gets traded to Boston. It appears they have a big 3. Obviously, Phoenix did. But I feel like the NBA was trending away from that. I don't know.
They were. I mean, you see some of these depth teams. I mean, the Nuggets just ran 7 guys and they just won a championship. You got Bruce Brown and Jeff Green on the
Yes,
bench,
sir.
and that's it. You just go with the starting 5. Aaron Gordon revival over there. I felt like that's why I love Smart on this team. We got Smart, we got Tatum, obviously Brown, Horford. Listen, as Dylan has mentioned, 36 years old, he's getting up there, but Horford didn't have as poor performance. Yeah, he didn't have as poor a performance as he I don't want to yell at him for that either. Listen, he had a good performance for his age in the postseason. He's 36 years old. We got to realize that. So that's where this trade makes sense. Is Kristaps, but it's just tough right now. But Supermax, all this money, everything. I like to trade right now. I like where we're seeing what's going. Help Rob out with some injury-prone issues that he has. Give us another big. The money I don't like with Porzingis, but like we said, NBA, you got to pay people. You got to pay everybody. They're going to get money regardless.
And
So
you
I'm
want
all right with this. I'm all right with this. Overall, long point awaited. I'm all right with this vote.
and you want Jaylen Brown in a Celtics uniform.
Yeah, I want Jaylen Brown.
You want
in
to
a
give him the
Celtics
super
uniform.
max.
I'll give him a super max.
I agree with you on that.
Because, you got to look at the options after. What are we going to do after?
For sure.
So we get rid of him. What's the next plan? We've got this plan. You got Tatum and Brown. You can throw all these pieces around them. You got multiple plans. You bring in Porzingis. Obviously we had the smart plan before. As long as we have those two, I think this team has the ability to reach the conference finals every time. That's why we got to keep these two. Other pieces around will determine how far we go. So,
I think Brown and Tatum determine what they do.
no.
Here we go.
No, because
We're
we've
on the
already
rest of
seen.
it.
No, we've already seen how far these two can go. We need some other people around to help them out. I mean, where these guys go in the postseason? Tatum didn't take a shot for half of the games in that Miami Heat series in the fourth quarter. Brown, as I mentioned, turnover machine.
I feel like you're proving my point here. That they didn't play well, they didn't win.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If that's the problem, then why do we get rid of Marcus Smart? Well, that's my biggest issue. If the problem is those two, then we have to get rid of those two. But we're banking on them, so let's build some pieces around them. And this is the last year. If they're not going to perform with Kristaps, we get sort of this super team. I really don't believe it's a super team. Kristaps very injury prone.
Big three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, this isn't the New York Knicks Kristaps. I mean, he flamed down Dallas. Wizards, he put up stats, but it's the Wizards. You're going to put up stats in the Wizards team no matter what. I watched them for plenty of times when I was in Virginia. It's a stat padding team. Kuzma got a contract off that, and he's decent. So, in the Wizards, you'll get your points. I want to see if he can stay healthy the whole season. I want to see if he can stay healthy and give us a good, positive postseason performance. Because if not, then this is a bad trade. Because Marcus Smart was that guy. He wasn't the problem in this postseason. But as I mentioned in the beginning of this, I think that's what the Celtics are doing. The Celtics are saying, hey, Tatum and Brown, you guys are the future. Smart was the problem. So let's see. So now it's really, we give these guys so many chances, Tatum and Brown, so many chances. I know they're still young. Jordan won a championship. Jordan won his first championship at 28. They're both 25, 26. I know. But, you get to so many conference finals and semifinals, so many years, something's got to change. Something's wrong. So this is it. Marcus Smart is gone. All the Celtics fans would throw him all the problems at him, blah, 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 bad shots, bad locker room guy, even though he wasn't. So this is it.
Get a Steph Curry mindset.
I agree with Ben. I mean, I just I don't
No.
I like it.
No.
I don't love Kristaps Porzingis in general. I don't think he's a great fit. I have my concerns with his health. And yeah, I mean, I agree with your point. I think I've literally said the same thing to Jared. We were on vacation. Shout out South Carolina. Shout out Rose. Myrtle Beach, baby. The only issue is I just don't. There's just something about the stats last year. I 100% agree with you, and we've seen how it unfolded in Dallas, and I think it's just a recipe for disaster. And it's a big three. I know we love the big threes, and that's what it started with in Boston. And I know James points the question to moving away from the big threes. You look at Miami's success with essentially just Jimmy Butler, who was the only All-Star on that team, and the Nuggets as well with 2 All-Stars. Not really a big three. 7-man rotation, but I like this Celtics team, but I feel like you're giving away some depth in Marcus Smart. Some other guards are going to go as well. I don't know what's going to happen with Peyton Pritchard, your boy. We don't know what's going to happen with Grant Boy, who is extremely overrated. But at the end of the day, I'm weary on this trade. I'm not against it, but I don't know. Something about Marcus Smart. I hate to be that homer that's holding Marcus Smart and saying, oh my God, that getting rid of him is kind of the reason that we're going to, I don't know. That kind of feels like that's the direction I'm heading in, but it's something about Kristaps Porzingis I don't like and that I'm cautioned about. I know it's going to happen. I said this to Jared when we were on the beach as well. He's going to start off, he's going to score 20 points a game, he's going to get hurt, and then we're going to turn and we're going to have this conversation 3 months down the line. Oh, we can't wait till Kristaps Porzingis gets back. We're going to be better. We're going to be fine once he gets back. And then he never gets back to himself. It's a Gordon Hayward thing all over again. And that's just I just don't have a great feeling about Kristaps Porzingis. That is my boy, but I just don't have a great feeling about it. I think we've kind of ran this through, so we're going to transition here to what is definitely been a hot topic today, and that is the NFL. Don't worry, we're going to talk about the Yankees and my Aaron Judge. We'll get to that a little bit later. I've got some thoughts on that. I want to hear James's takes as well as yours, Ben, some people here in the crowd. But we were doing a little bit of just spitballing earlier, and I know Ed, who's out there in the audience, has made some very good points. And I'm just going to throw something out here, and I'm going to leave it open for the audience. I'm going to leave it open for you guys as well to talk to. What is the Patriots over-under for wins? I'm going to say 9.
Well, Vegas has like 7.5.
Taking the over.
They agree with Ed. Vegas agrees with Ed.
11-6. Mac throws for over 30.
Oh my God! This is Delusionville, by the way. Jared can't even contain himself. Cody looks confused as a Steelers fan. Dylan is like scratching his head, but he's like, "Yeah, probably."
Yeah, probably.
What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
11-6.
We're lucky if we get 9 wins.
I feel like this team had, with Patricia as offense coordinator, 2 of the worst losses I've ever seen in my life in Vegas.
Shout out to Kobe, baby.
Wherever else. I forgot about last year. It didn't
Jacoby,
happen.
nice.
I just remember Mac from his rookie year. He was pretty good.
Jacoby would have saved that game.
I think they're going to be better than everyone thinks. I think it's us against the world this year, and we're going to make a big run.
And Jack Jones losing one of your top.
No, I read today they're sticking with him. You know why? Because he's good. They need him.
They're going to stick with him.
Yeah.
Here we go.
They're going to have
I read that too. If he doesn't get sentenced, they're going to.
Yeah.
He's riding this.
Why do you think they're going to be good, though?
Hey. On the mic?
Yeah,
grab the mic.
Good question,
Grab the mic.
good
Grab the
question.
mic.
I will gladly answer that.
Cody, grab the mic. Grab the mic.
Already walked back 12-5. It was 12-5 earlier.
I just want to hear your reasoning as to why you think they're going to win 11.
Because he's been drinking.
No. All right, can I walk through this real quick?
Walk us through it. I mean, this is what we're here for.
Delusionville, so let me explain.
You can do whatever. You can do whatever.
All right, 11-6. All right.
Yep.
I don't think the Jets are going to be as good as people think. I don't think Buffalo's this juggernaut. Buffalo has turned into a regular season team. I don't trust Tua. I understand
Jared's ears
that.
perked up.
No, I understand that. I think Mac is going to be much better with an actual offensive coordinator who's going to hold everyone accountable. Patricia had no idea what he was doing. I think Stevenson's going to be a top 5 to 7 running back in the NFL. I think he's that good.
Yikes.
Okay. I think they have an elite defense, really good defense. I think they have a really good secondary. Jack Jones, obviously, a question. Gonzalez is going to have a huge impact. They got Uche. They got all those rushers.
Who else in the secondary?
Do you want me to name the whole secondary for you? Because I can. Jalen Mills, who's going to be playing safety this year, unless Jack Jones. They have Jonathan Jones. They have Gonzalez. They have, what's my boy's name, the other safety there?
Peppers, baby.
Peppers, the other kid. The kid from
Kyle Duggar.
Duggar, yeah, man. The secondary is elite,
Duggar's
man.
really good.
No, he's solid.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's a good.
Wasn't everyone just complaining about him as a draft pick? I mean, what has he done?
No, he's been awesome for them.
I thought he's been solid.
Yeah,
I thought he's been
really
okay.
good for them.
For a second round draft pick,
I think I'm going to tell you right now, their best signing this year is going to be Mike Gesicki. He's going to play a huge role in that 2 tight end offense with Hunter Henry. Bill O'Brien loves that. If Bourne can do anything, I think he'll be better. I don't even know if he'll be on the team if Hopkins comes here. I have no idea.
Dylan,
Kendrick Bourne.
Pat Fryermuth.
No, I'm saying if they sign Hopkins,
He's
they'll
better
make
than
free up more
Gesicki and
money.
Hunter Henry combined.
I just want to say, Gesicki's like gritty thing that he's doing on the
We'll save that for the next
Dude,
one.
him and Mac Jones are
Next
going to be gritty and
question.
all over the AFC. So I'm
Wow.
ready.
A handshake that. Go check the
Those are some
LSU
bold
Florida game.
predictions
Yeah,
here.
that's a tough one. That's
Dylan,
Go check it.
what
What
do
is
you-
it? What is it? Are we losing it?
So
Let's
James,
7-3. Let's go. Dylan's gonna owe me $10 by the end of this. Let's go. Let's go, Gators. Come
hold
on.
on. Whoa.
LSU
Hold on.
overrated.
Wait. Whoa, Nancy. Whoa.
Who's winning, Florida?
You just
Florida.
said.
How'd Wyatt Langford do?
Here we go.
No,
Off
he's
topic,
an LSU
off
guy.
topic.
He's an LSU guy.
Oh, okay.
He's got LSU. You have Florida.
We just bet $10 before all this. You know, he's an LSU guy, as Josh just illuminated. Big word. I'm a Florida guy.
Tigers out here, baby.
I just want to say
Tigers, yeah,
one
so-
thing, a quick
Little
little pivot
$10,
here.
little
I know
tenner,
we're talking
little tenner, not
Patriots,
bad.
but that College World Series game one was unbelievable last night. I watched from the beginning to the end.
Can I say
Are you
2
making-
things?
Are you mocking?
No. They
okay.
have 2 guys that are going to go in
He's
the top
mocking
3. They have
Florida.
Dylan Cruz on LSU and Wyatt Langford
Yeah,
on
right
Florida. These kids are both really, really good. They're going to be top 10 prospects.
I thought that I'm not a huge college baseball guy. That game one was unbelievable. Back and forth game. I was literally on the edge of my seat, Astonese, for like 3 or 4 hours. I watched the end of it. It was great. Just want to throw that one out there. I'm rooting for Florida. I'm sorry, Dylan, you're an LSU guy. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna spin back. Shout out Jared. He says that a lot. We're gonna spin back to this Patriots thing here. You have them going 11-6.
Yep.
I have them 9 wins, maybe 8. I don't know. They've got a very tough schedule
9
this
wins
year.
max.
Kendrick doesn't like that
9
one.
wins
Ben
max.
says 9. Dylan's had a lot of chirping from the sideline here. What do you think about his 11 wins, and what do you think the Patriots are going to do this year? Give him the mic, baby.
him
Here
the
we
mic.
go.
He needs some
Oh,
mic.
he's fired up.
I mean, I say we get 9 wins on a good day. What? We have Mac Jones. He's not a good quarterback. Point blank period. Defense always going to be elite. Yeah, he's not good. He's just not. And we'll see what happens. I say we squeak in, maybe squeak in for the wild card, and we ride out the playoffs. See where it goes. That's just hope. That's what I'm.
Patriots
looking for.
Steelers wild card.
The past dynasty's
We'll
over.
see who gets it. We'll
It
see
is
who
what
gets
it
it.
is. I say we aim for the wild card. See what happens from there. That's how I see the Patriots.
Get the mic a little closer. What are you talking about? Get it closer, man. I can't
That's
hear
my
you.
point.
Yeah, I'm listening to Dylan talk, and the more I hear him talk, the more I think they're gonna win the division. And I'm being dead serious.
I don't know.
I'll bet you $1,000 right now.
He didn't sound very.
That's a
I
really
don't know, I
good
just-
guy to
I
get on
just
your
think-
side right there. You really
I
want
just think
Jimmy on your
everyone's
side
doubting
for that.
them. And
This
I'm being
is
serious.
Yeah, everyone's doubting them because Aaron Rodgers is there.
Everyone's
That,
doubting the Arizona Cardinals, and they're not going to win the Super Bowl.
that's
The Cardinals, they
exactly
don't have Bill
so.
Belichick there.
This is what we call delusion.
Shout out Trailblazers right
You
there.
just-
Jared,
you
Jared
have
finally
the-
sniping that one.
You
like,
have the
know.
Jack Jones situation going on. As Jared mentioned
bring guns
earlier,
on
you
airport.
have
Shocker.
arguably a
No, you can't.
quarterback
No, no,
controversy
no.
that's very much impending.
There's no QB controversy. You guys are
Oh,
just
Matt
wanted to say
Jones
that.
looked
I just wanted to
amazing
say
last
that.
year, right?
Dude,
Because Zappy was almost ready.
Minicamp, he looked the man, so he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be awesome. All
Minicamp. Yeah, they said Zeke looks great every year. He lost weight.
right, let's
I mean,
turn
this
this
is
around a
just-
little. Let's turn this around
He
a
got a
little.
good
Okay.
year last year.
So we can hate on Mac Jones, but we're gonna pretend Kenny Pickett's the savior. That's
I
what
mean,
we're doing.
Nobody said that.
That's
Nobody
what we're
said
doing?
that
Okay.
again. Again, nobody
Is this what
said
we're
that. Yet
doing?
again, nobody said he was the
Here's-
savior. I'm
They're,
saying
they're
he's better than
500
Mac.
Pittsburgh. That's what they are now.
All right, same with you guys. 500 New England. We're both in the same position, and we got better. We
Fired
got
up.
better skill position players than you. Name your wide receivers. George
I would
Pickens,
rather
Deontay
Stevenson
Johnson.
over
Who are your wide
Harris any day
receivers?
of the week. I'd rather Stevenson over Harris.
That's
So.
I see.
that's
Anyone
debate.
want-
That's
in the crowd wanna
debatable,
make a
but
bet
that's
that Stevenson-
debatable. That's not even
Stevenson will have
that.
more yards than Najee Harris. Anyone want to make a bet?
He probably will, but still,
Any takers?
Najee will have a better impact.
20
Najee-
bucks. We got 20 bucks.
50.
Oh, 50. Wow.
25.
Huh? 25. This is like an
Text
auction.
Jose.
Live auction here.
Jose.
Text Jose. Put it in Jose's auto notes there. But Ben,
Najee's a better pass catcher. Josh, I'll cut you off. He's a better. No, he said rushing at first. He said rushing. No, he said
Okay,
rushing.
but if they for some reason if they sign Dalvin Cook,
Oh,
gotta
here we
win
go.
this.
Here we go.
I mean,
it's always the
fair
same
day.
thing with Patriots fans
the
all the time.
Patriots.
They always got to put a qualifier
Well,
in
I'm
there.
just saying,
When
is
something
that-
doesn't look right for them, oh no, we have to put this. No. Yeah, no.
Okay, so if the
Straight-
Steelers
bet 'em
sign
straight
Dalvin
up.
Cook,
Bet
we're
'em
good?
straight up.
Okay, that's all I'm saying because he's coming here with Hopkins.
Okay, yeah.
So you-
okay, there we go.
I know
Jimmy.
what's going on with that, by the way. We'll touch on that. Jared thinks nothing. But
Jimmy.
okay, I like Kenny Pickett. I think he's fine. I think he's a game manager. I think he's not really.
Athlete, he is an
Although
athlete. Better
I
athlete
will
than Mac.
say, I'm going to say one thing,
Shout out
and
to
this
Jared,
is
bro.
not going to come
Jared.
across nice with the Steelers fans, but it's kind of like a backhanded compliment. I don't view him as a come from behind type of player, but
When he-
in some of the games that I saw last year in clutch time, he had a couple game winners last
He
year.
had
I think
four.
he
He
had
had 4 comeback game winners. He was
So-
like
He
tied for the
got
most
benched
all
for
time.
Mitch Trubisky again. How does that
No.
even
That
happen?
was against the Jets or whatever. No, that was reversed.
I like-
or
I
whatever.
like
No,
Kenny
he didn't
Pickett.
get benched from Mitch at all. He got pulled. Yeah, he got pulled.
I like Kenny Pickett, but I
He got
don't
pulled
think.
against the Jets.
I just want to say,
Mac got benched.
I
He's
think
the
that
quarterback.
Mac
wait.
Jones and Kenny Pickett, they're pretty close to each other.
Yeah,
So
thanks,
we're
Jimmy.
kind of we're arguing like apples and oranges.
Jimmy just said Kenny got benched, but when it
All
was
right,
Mac
since we're
in
doing bets,
actuality, yeah, thanks.
I will
Good
bet.
facts
I will
from
make
Jimmy.
a bet
Jimmy's
with
really
Ben
bringing
that
out the
Mac
facts.
Jones throws more touchdowns this year than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I'll bet you with that too.
All right.
Oh wow!
5-0.
So it's just turned
50
into
bucks.
a live bet.
Text Jose.
$10. $10.
Cookout.
50
bet.
bucks.
So
50 bucks? No, we're not doing 50. I'll do 20.
25.
20. 30.
Ooh, this is-
30.
Why'd you go up?
50
You
and 30.
just said you were gonna
30.
stay.
Lock it in 50.
I won my tennis bet this morning
Ah, he's feeling
and
good.
UFC last night.
Nice. Oh, did you hit on that parlay?
Yeah, 5 home.
Oh, congratulations to Ben.
454, and in total $504 last night in UFC. So
Congratulations to
dinner
Ben
not on me.
that.
I got to put that to the credit card bill.
Hey, for that huge UFC card coming up, might have to spin to you for that parlay.
Listen, when everyone spins to me, the bets lose. So listen, stay away from me, but I'll give you guys my picks. And you guys, hey, that's why I say with betting with me, it's a risk, you know. Most of the time I lose, so but it's a ride, though. It's a fun ride. We have a good time watching the game, but sometimes you don't get the money, so better beware.
I want to try something here, but it looks like he's soaked in a conversation. I want to try to call up Ed here.
Shout out Ed.
I want Ed's quick synopsis on the Patriots this year.
There we go.
If Ed wants to come up here.
He wants Zappy in charge.
Here he goes. He's coming up.
He wants Zappy in charge.
I want Ed's take here on Bailey Zappi and the Patriots, because Ed isn't too optimistic, just to give you guys a quick little brief.
Quick question. Is Zappy 5'9" or 5'10"? How tall is he?
He's 5'8". He's 5'8", actually. 5'8". We're going to let Ed take the mic. He's going to be here for
I need Ed
10 minutes telling us about how the Patriots are going to be 6 and 7.
A quick take here from
6
Ed.
and 7?
Yeah.
Like 13 games.
So Ed, we were talking
it's a joke,
Patriots
people.
wins.
Do you get jokes? Do you get
We were
it?
talking a little bit before the show, and I want your take here on what you
So
think the
why
New
don't you use that
England
big brain of
Patriots.
yours, Jimmy?
I want your take on how good you think the New England Patriots will be this year.
My opinion will be 8 wins, and with Zappy and our starting quarterback going out on a slight injury now, not a bad injury, just
Mac Jones.
Matt Jones, yes, our starting quarterback. We will keep him out for at least 3-4 days, 3-4 weeks, and I do believe that Zappy will take him to 7 in a row.
Oh my God! Wait! He's the betting man. Give him the mic. So we set it at what did we set it at? 7.5. You think they get more than 7.5 wins? The Patriots.
7.5.
7.5. You're a betting man. You're the king of betting.
I will give him the 7.5.
He's hammering the over.
You're gonna hammer the over on that. All right.
Yep.
All right. How much you gonna throw on that? You confident or
I'll throw
1,000?
100.
There you
All
go.
right.
1,000.
No, I'm just saying. Listen. Hey,
Yeah, Tony's here, too.
Tony's got a G. Tony's got a G in there.
And let me
Listen,
ask you a question. Who's the best coach in the NFL?
Andy Reid.
Why did we have 2 people yell
I
Andy
will
Reid? That's
have to
confusing.
say
That's why.
between Belichick and Andy Reid.
Okay, now we got
I
3
agree.
people.
Oh, he didn't
No,
like
it's
that.
between
No, I
Bill
agree.
Belichick and Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, Tomlin.
Well, you have to throw Tomlin in there too for what he's done for the last couple of years.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
He's the staple. He's the staple over there. Jimmy just doesn't agree with it because Jimmy is ignorant, and he doesn't get it. Jimmy's ignorant.
Wow.
That's,
Thank you, Ed. I just wanted
sometimes
a
you gotta
quick-
be harsh. Sometimes you gotta be harsh.
I had to call Ed up here because he was very passionate about
Shout out,
the
Ed.
Patriots
Shout out,
over-unders.
What's
Vegas,
Zappy? Hey.
7.5 though.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
disrespectful.
No, no,
It's almost
that-
as
that is a
disrespectful
little
as Rob not
disrespectful.
showing up. I just want to throw that
Yeah,
out
where?
there.
Okay.
Rob not showing up.
We're
is
gonna bring this
unbelievable.
back again, Denise. I don't know if we have the shirts. Aaron's got it. Aaron's on it. Hashtag Where's Rob? I mean, this guy is just fraudulent. Ben, do you have anything to say? I know you've got a lot to say.
Yeah,
he's not even here, Ben.
Embarrassing. Shout out to Dylan. Dylan's been here.
Yeah,
since
shout
the
out
start of
Dylan.
this. Shout out to what's that 6'10" guy's name again? The bad Trailblazers fan. Oh yeah, Jared. Shout out to Jared, and of course Cody. Come on, Cody Haley. I mean, Steelers. I never go wrong against my Steelers guy. I'll never go wrong against you. But Rob, he's in the doghouse right now. I'm not gonna lie, he's in the doghouse.
He's a Browns fan. That would make sense.
That would make sense. Very good pull from Dylan. Dylan is on top
Dylan's
of
carrying
himself.
his weight today. Huh?
Hey, maybe Dylan should
guy,
stop.
gotta carry his
Okay, that's not what we were referencing, but hey, maybe he's off on the energy drinks. You know, that's a little too much. Not even for that, but that's just too much caffeine. This guy drinks a cold brew a day in the morning and then a Monster right after. That's a little too much. I think I'd have to.
Can I live, dude?
I think I have to trap myself in my room with that type of energy. That's a little too much.
So,
He's saying-
I'm gonna give us a slight pivot here. We're gonna go back to the NBA.
slight pivot. Let's go.
And there's been a lot of talk about that team right there. He's repping. We gotta get him.
He wants it.
We gotta get him behind us, to show off the jersey, because I definitely want to hear from you two. He has been in our group chat just flaunting about this Scoot Henderson. I liked him. I thought he was better than Brandon Miller. I know some people have thought Brandon Miller. Oh, Ben does not agree.
He's not better than Brandon Miller.
I think Brandon Miller would fit that team well because I think you make a good point with the guards and the situations. But I think Scoot Henderson has more upside than Brandon Miller.
No. Brandon Miller.
He shuts me down.
No. Brandon Miller was perfect for both those teams because the Hornets have LaMelo. And obviously, Trailblazers have Dame, and he can be that 2, and he can be that Paul George-esque, and those guys can facilitate.
Stealing my comp.
That's
it's
not really stealing a comp when he says he's the greatest player he's ever seen. He thinks he's the best of all time. I mean, Brandon Miller thought that, and he's plays like him. So obviously, there's a little correlation there. But obviously, Brandon Miller thinking that he's not the best of all time. Paul George, I'll let him in on that.
Not even close.
Not even close.
He's arguably a number 2 on a championship team. I've stuck by that, and clearly I've been right because they can't do anything in LA.
But
I'm gonna give to James.
Wait. I want a little on this one, bud, because I want to put this down there. I think it's just a bad fit. Listen, Scoot's gonna be a great pro. I think he's got the athleticism. He's gonna do some great things out there. He's a great passer. As I mentioned, the athleticism. Pro comp. I really don't have one because he's just really bad 3-pointer.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. He honestly is. He's 26% from 3 in the G League. Listen, that's not going to cut it in the NBA. Especially on a team especially a team for the Trailblazers. I mean, Brandon Miller would have been perfect. Dame gave him the ball. He's a scorer. Just Dame doesn't have to do all this.
I want him on the camera. Yep.
Scoot's got to prove himself. He's not a 3-point guy. Guess what? His NBA is a 3-point. Here we go. Jimmy's got something to say.
I'll say this. I'll say this. The fact that the Hornets took Brandon Miller makes me feel like they picked the wrong player. I like Brandon Miller better, but Michael Jordan messes everything up. That's probably the last thing he's going to do. I'll say this. Scoot, I'm actually not worried about his shooting. I think he'll get better. What is he, like 19, 18? I'm really not worried about it all. The only thing is, we'll turn it to Jared because he's the Blazers guy. They have way too many guards, I feel like, now. Who goes?
That's true. That's true.
So, first thing about Scoot shooting, I see that a little bit that's overblown. I'm pretty sure that the 29% isn't actually 29%. I think they might have.
26.
I think it's a little bit higher than that. I think it's somewhere low 30s, which, again, he could work on it, but not bad at all. Another thing with Scoot, he's been in the G League for, I think, 2 years now because he didn't go to high school. So he actually had some very impressive games against guys like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody back when they played in the G League. And then if you've watched any of his stuff from there's Tyler.
There we go.
If you see any of his clips from when he played Wembanyama back in Vegas early in, I think around October, he looked like an absolute star there. To get to James' questions on guards, we do have a surplus. Best part about is all of them are great. If I had to take a guess, I'd probably say Anthony Simons is the one on the short end of the stick. Shaden had a great rookie year. There's Jerry. But yeah, I think Simons goes.
Shout out Jerry.
I think maybe they try to package a future first. The only issue is that their pick is owed to Chicago, but it's lottery protected. But yeah, I think they try to upgrade at either the 3 or the 5. And as long as they do that, I think we have a great rookie class, and I think a lot of success for the next 5 years for the Portland Trailblazers.
I like it.
He really had a solid answer. He had everything backed up. He answered all the points.
I'll say one thing though. I liked how Scoot went after Wemba. Like he went after him, went at him. He's a dog. There's no doubt about it. This kid's he's gonna be the hardest worker on that team probably.
Ben does not like him, huh?
Rob.
Huh? Rob's here?
No, she's got the where's Rob?
Oh,
Where's Rob?
yeah.
Where's Rob out there?
Aaron might have to spin
Where
around.
is Rob?
No show, no Rob.
Not too close to Ben though. Over here a little bit.
There you go. We got Aaron here with the hashtag Where's Rob? Get your time on Talks Apparel.
I was just saying, black's kind of tough in a very hot day. It's kind of.
So Jared made some
attracts more heat.
very good points here. I just want to get to the live chat, which I've been waiting to kind of beam up a little bit here. We've got Tyler Mahar in here, Scoot over Dame. Dame stinks. He's just trying to get, just some type of reaction, antics out of Jared. Where he is, I'm not sure where he is. I think he's making his hard-earned money right now. We've got Jerry Pierce. Shout out Jerry in here. Yes, sir. Let's go C's. Hope Dame don't end up in Miami with the eye-looking emoji. Jared, you sick? And Jared, that's a question out of Tyler. Tyler being a funny guy. And we've got Jerry here, my guy Ben. So he's shouting out Ben.
I'm the best. Listen, Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. Love seeing him at Jake and Joe's, even though I got lied to the whole time. But I mean, hey, it was a great time. Great time. Me and Jerry chopping it up. Shout out to Fab too. I don't know his last name, but he's a Lakers fan, so you got to help those guys out. Lakers, a little turmoil right now, tough times for them.
Shout out Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff too. Listen, those Lakers fans, I got a little soft spot for Jeff right now. UFC big time. I just won so much money last night, so
he's all fired up.
I'm kind of revving it. Listen, I don't win these parlays. I'm kind of high on UFC. I've been winning 5 out of 6 every weekend.
So hold on.
I can't tell anybody. I can't tell
you're
anybody.
5.
So once I start telling people
Well,
the
you
best
just
don't. Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell you guys my picks going forward.
Oh,
once I start telling people my
keeping it to
picks,
himself.
You have to. He's hot right now. Can't
I'm
tell.
hot.
But
Once I start telling people, the one time I told people, I sent all these texts to everybody.
Didn't work out.
They didn't work out, They got beat up. My guy Christian Ordinez got beat up. Hey, thanks.
It's all right.
Man.
You won the money.
I
You got the money. That's all that
I got
really
the money
matters.
now. I got the money. Shout out to Bublek tonight in tennis too. Alexander Bublek.
We've got Jerry in here. He's coming in with a lot of comments here. We've got I'm part owner of Jake and Joe's. We love that. What a card
me a
last
shot.
night. Maybe James and Ben can talk a little bit about that card specifically. I
I'm
was
down. I'm
traveling, so I wasn't able to see too much of that. And Jerry saying, get Ben a shot.
It's not a bad idea. Like a basketball shot or like an actual shot?
I think he's talking about an alcoholic.
I'll do both.
I'll say this to Jerry. I want to shout out Jerry. We got to play basketball soon.
Yes,
gotta do
sir,
that.
Jerry. We got to get a nice exhibition game going. I'm going to pivot here. Small little pivot, quick pivot. We can go back to the NBA, back to the NFL. I've been waiting for the live show to hear about this. We know the Yankees have been underperforming. We know this from everybody in the crowd. We can hear the boost from Jamie and from Ben, from James as well. But I got to turn to you because I know you mentioned this and you said once we pay Aaron Judge, things are going to happen. We're in a tough situation, whether you let him go, you let him stay. I think they made the right decision in letting him stay. But it looks like he has a torn ligament. And it is just
storing
a
the mic?
complete disaster in New York. Do you even think he's going to be back this season? Because it's looking to me like not.
It's just different once you get paid. It's just like the Zion thing, Like I know Jared and other people go back and forth, but I feel like he's shown us.
Shout out Jerry.
Aaron Judge's a little different. I just feel like last year he played through everything. Contract year he won that big deal. So games maybe would have sat out in. He played. They also have 0 pitching. I know Severino looked all right. Cole, it's hard to carry the load the whole season, and what happens to him in September, it's almost like he becomes a cowboy. It's kind of weird.
There you go.
You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy, but bullpen's all right. I don't know. I don't like Volpe's been a huge disappointment. Which is very surprising.
Well.
Yeah, Stanton's batting like 1 something. Yeah, no, I just don't think they're that good.
I agree. And I think you hit it on the nail. Like, they went out and they got Frankie Montas. He's hurt.
He's been hurt, too.
Been
so I know
hurt.
that trade was kind of weird.
Domingo Germán isn't what we thought he was going to be. Nestor Cortez is hurt. Harrison Bader is hurt, who was on fire. He's going to shake his head like he does. I'll give shout out to Zach. He called that.
He does shake
but
his head a lot.
Aside from that, I agree with you. I feel like even if they make it into the playoffs, it's kind of just, without Aaron Judge, it's like the heart and soul.
Yeah, I think the Rays, even with their injuries, are the best team.
For sure.
The Braves are going to be there. They're really good. I know
Yep.
that's the National League, but I think it's the Rays division.
And let me throw it out there, guys, since we're talking about Braves. Jerry, we will be back. That's okay, Jerry. That's all right. We still got 16 minutes. We can go a little over if we have to. But I just want to say, Red Sox, Braves, get your raffle tickets. They are on the Timeout Talks website. They are on Instagram. When I say website, I mean Facebook. They're on Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want to use. Our Venmos are up there as well. Cash App. We can take cash as well. We've got the live raffle tickets here. And, it's going to be a great game, so I just want to throw that one out there.
You never know. You could see Smith-Schuster. You might see Strider. They got Charlie Morton. They got some studs over there.
Jared Schuster?
No. They have a guy, Smith-Schuster, too.
Oh,
Smith.
okay.
Yeah.
But Morton stinks.
Well,
Morton's bad.
who's
Morton's
boy?
bad.
Doesn't Dylan or someone know?
Brian.
Brian. Oh,
Brian.
Yeah, where is Brian?
Brian.
Speaking of Brian.
I forgot about that one. Good point, Jerry. Jerry, he's saying, bro, let's hoop. Got all the guys, and Yankees effing suck. You knew that was going to come
Agreed,
out there
Jerry.
from Jerry.
I said that earlier, but agreed, Jerry.
But I almost feel like we have to do one more trivia before we end the show. James, do you got anything else in store? I know I'm throwing you kind of on the spot.
Yeah, I
here.
mean,
We've got
I could do a general trivia.
another general trivia. Let's do
Way
it.
you sound
So
so
everybody out there,
enthusiastic.
we're doing one more general trivia. Ears open. Denise?
All right, hold on.
We've got one more trivia. We've got Jamie winning the first trivia. Let's see who wins the second trivia
Hold on,
question.
I'm trying to find one. I have two, but
And Ben
Hold
has
on
not
one
been a
second.
big fan of these trivia questions, by the
Yeah.
way. He's shaking his
all right.
head
How about
already.
some like entertainment?
Yeah,
Entertainment.
Who
yeah,
gives
let's
the-
see it.
who
We
gives
have
the
some
letter
like
one?
Wizard of Oz fans here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Jared is.
Wizard of Oz fans? Yeah, hey, let's go with the letter
All right,
question
how about
first. at
this?
Wizard
How about
of
this
Oz.
one?
That's really
How-
good.
Well, I bet they know Wizard of Oz, right, Aaron?
When's
know
that
the
even
Wizard of
Wizard
Oz.
Oz?
We're doing a trivia
I bet
question
they
here.
know.
All right, I got a question. Here we go. Let's try to find it.
70 years old.
70 years old. In the Wizard of Oz, what is the Scarecrow searching for?
It's hard.
Wow. Yes, it's his brain.
Sorry.
A brain. I don't
So
know. I don't, yeah, look
She
at this.
wins her own
Woo!
trivia, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
That might be a bit of a controversy.
Yeah, a little bit of a controversy going
I have
there.
another one too.
Yeah,
can
we
do.
got to spin another one.
Alright.
Denise is excluded from the
Wow.
answers. She got
That
it like
was
that,
quick.
too. So we got a Wizard of Oz
I mean,
finale.
it wasn't that hard. I mean, you asked what the Scarecrow was
So you
looking
knew-
for.
Alright.
I said
How about
brain,
music?
but heart was next.
How about music?
Whatever, reverse it.
You want to do a sports
Yeah,
one? I
but
don't know.
no, it's not
All
like this
I'll
is
think
a
of
sports
one.
show.
All right, I'll
It's not
think.
like
All
a
right, keep
sports
going. I'll
show.
find a sports.
Okay.
Okay.
Ben gives me the nab here.
Oh, I know.
I
I was
just-
just saying okay to him, too.
Let's take a quick look at the live chat. We've got Jerry, who's still on his little work break.
He'll
So
be back. He'll be back.
we hope your work break goes well there, Jerry. Thank you for
Oh,
everybody for tuning in there. We're talking Aaron Judge, Yankees. My personal take here, I agree with James. I think that and I know that Hal Steinbrenner went on and he said, I don't know why the Yankees fans are frustrated. They shouldn't be frustrated. We're above 500. We've made some moves that we think that we should have made. I agree with the Yankees fans. It seems like it is just the same old story, Ben. Every single year, there's either an injury or guys are underperforming. Even Aaron Judge was on par from pretty close to last year, but Giancarlo Stanton is not performing well. DJ LeMahieu is not performing well, even though he had a home run today. Anthony Rizzo's been okay, but his batting average is down. I think the team has a bunch of question marks. Looks like James is ready. A bunch of question marks they need to address by the trade deadline, make a trade, but I'm not holding my head up high for the playoffs because they just don't have the pitching, they don't have the talent, and they don't have their heart and soul in there.
I'll say it right now, too. I mean, listen, it's just too many injuries for them. And they kind of fall in the same boat as us. We got screwed. I mean, the Rays, the Orioles, Blue Jays are all better than us right now. We, as Steelers and Patriots fans, we got accustomed to beating up on all these teams for so many years. And hey, they pile up some draft picks, and these teams get nasty. We know the Rays always bounce back, but I mean, the Orioles, Rutschman, Anderson, Cedric Mullins.
they got
Cedric
Colton
Mullins is
Cozart.
good. Yes, Mullins is a great outfielder for them. They built up all this talent, so we can't complain about this.
Shout out Austin Hayes.
It's just what happens. It's just what happens. Some of these teams build up. Yeah, Austin Hayes too. Austin Hayes is great. So I mean, this Orioles team is deep.
He's been great.
Batista too. Batista too. One of the best
pitchers.
pitchers. One of the best relief pitchers in the
Batista,
league.
they got Cano in the bullpen, one of the best setup guys. They have Bradish.
They got a
They
great.
have Grayson Rodriguez, who didn't play that great. I will say this: the Orioles farm system, I think, is the best in baseball.
Easily.
That system's
Easily.
insane.
Yeah, easily the best. And I mean, we've got battle with the Rays too, whose farm system is up there every year. So listen,
Jared doesn't
we're gonna take it. We're gonna take what? You don't like that, Jared? Whatever.
He's
I don't
just-
even know
he's
what
doing
baseball
his
team
little-
he is. Who knows what baseball team he is?
Who knows what baseball?
knows?
All right, I have
Who knows
trivia.
who
I got
knows?
some
All right, we
trivia.
got a trivia question.
I got
here.
it's NBA trivia. Is that all right?
Listen up,
Is that,
everybody.
Is that all right if
Time.
it's NBA?
NBA trivia is perfect.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna veto it.
Who is the all-time leader in steals in a single NBA game? Who is the all-time leader in steals in a single NBA game? She's gonna say Tatum. It is not Tatum.
What the hell?
That's not a bad guess. That's
is-
not smart. Not a bad guess.
Jason Tatum, I wouldn't have.
Never know.
I have a guess, but I obviously can't guess.
Why can't you guess?
I mean, I can't win the show.
What's your guess?
I would say John Stockton, maybe.
I was thinking.
NBA.
All right, I'll say John
NBA.
Stockton, and then if I win,
It
Jared
is not
gets it.
John. It is not John Stockton. It is not LeBron James. He is still in the NBA.
Ed
Chris
has
Paul.
It is Chris Paul. That is the.
Oh, you get the shirt.
Well, that was it's actually Chris Paul.
Yes.
Is it
Oh,
really?
wow, I
Wait,
sniped
time
that.
out. What is the stats?
I sniped that. Who
It
wants the
just says
shirt?
Chris Paul, I
Who
didn't
wants the
ask
shirt?
You already stole my other one?
All right, you got it. You
Wait,
got
what?
it. I
Hold
got
on.
you. I got. What do you mean I stole it? I didn't
Yeah,
steal
what?
it.
All right, yeah. Hold on.
Give it a rub. I'm
We've
not giving it a
got,
rub.
we've got less than 10 minutes here. It's bold prediction time. We've only got
Ruh-roh.
a little bit of time left here, left on the podcast. And I'm going to start with a pretty big one.
Here we go.
Two teams
here we go,
in the
Abby.
AFC East will only make the playoffs, and those two teams
Bills and Patriots.
Dolphins.
are the Bills
Here we go.
In the Jets.
and the Patriots.
Smart.
Stunner
Smart.
here.
Smart.
I think Miami has too many question marks. I think the Jets is a recipe for disaster in Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, I have to. I think something's wrong there. I think the Bills are going to win the division. I think from top to bottom, they're the best team overall. I said that last year and it happened.
He did
but
say that last year.
I think I can't deny the Bills' talent, and I think Miami would be up there, but their biggest question is Tua, and I don't think Tua's going to be healthy for more than 10 games. So, yeah. I mean, they went out and got Mike White. Congratulations, but I don't think he's
Good
going to
backup,
really
though.
move the needle for them in
He
any
can
way.
win a couple of games. He can win a
Better.
couple.
I think the
Thank you.
Patriots find a way into the wild card somehow.
You got a question in the
I
crowd.
do.
Question in the crowd. Yes. Cody. Another Steelers fan, so he can ask whatever
Let's
he
hear it.
wants whenever he wants.
I want to know your reasoning why you think Aaron Rodgers is a recipe for disaster for the Jets, and why you think they'll finish better than the Patriots.
I think that I'm not crazy on their head coach, for one. I think that Aaron Rodgers being in a huge, I don't know who brought this point up, but I agree with it. Yeah, the big media market. I don't know. His age. I like their receivers, but I'm not in love with them. I think the Patriots do a very good job against Aaron Rodgers, for one. I think the last, 2 or 3 times that they've played against him, they've won. And they lost last year with Bailey Zappi.
I just remember Jack Jones with that pick six, though. I remember that.
But I don't know, something about the Jets I'm not in love with.
Jack Jones is going to be
I can help you. I can help
I
you if
feel
you
like
want.
it's just too good to be true. And Breece Hall coming back from the injury, I feel like their receiving core is just
Garrett Wilson, as Jared said.
it's a lot. I don't know. I'm not in love with them. It's just there's something about them I don't love,
Can I help
and
you?
I think that the Patriots are a better team overall than the Jets.
0-4.
I do. I'm not crazy about that Jets defense.
I can help you. Can I go off that? I
Go
think
ahead.
their offensive line is the worst in football. I think Breece Hall coming back from ACL, I don't like that at all. Aaron Rodgers did not play that well last year, especially towards the end of the season. He's older, and I don't like him in New York at all. Saleh, I think, is an awful coach. Some of his comments, I don't like at all. I also didn't like the Dolphins. His comment when he said he has nothing to do with special teams. How can you be a head coach and have nothing to do with special teams? That blows my mind.
Saleh's not a bad coach. I know what he's saying.
Saleh is not a good coach.
I'm not in love
He's a
with
good
him.
coach.
I'm
He's
not
a
in
good
love
coach.
with him.
What are we basing him being a good coach off?
He gets them, they overachieve.
Yeah, they overachieve, but then they buy
Overachieve?
into it.
Rosters that aren't that great.
Over it, the Jets?
They buy into what he's saying. Listen,
What
obviously
the
now
hell have they done in the last 10 years?
he just got there a couple of years ago. They're just turning it all around.
I mean,
Which
because
they
Zach
are. Now
Wilson
he's
was
got-
great. I mean, that was
Well,
that was
listen,
a
he didn't draft Zach Wilson, did he? Actually,
I-
maybe he did.
I
Maybe
mean,
he
what?
did.
How many
Ruh-roh.
wins did they have
Got
last
too ahead
year?
of
Guys? What
myself
the
on that
hell
one.
did they overachieve?
That they have.
Well, I'm not saying.
They had Mike White, dude.
I'm saying it's a better culture than what was
culture.
previous
Oh
before
my
him. You know,
See, this
they're
is
talking
why I have
about
to
winning. They're
agree
talking
with
about
him.
winning now. You
This
know
is
that
the
winning.
they
What the
haven't
hell have they
won.
won?
They haven't been in the playoffs since 2010. Now they got this team talking. Saleh has his defense. Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely.
I mean,
Adding Rodgers, who's in a whole.
And
He's like 5.
you're adding Rodgers. You're adding a plethora. You got Lazard, Hardman. I mean, we got to see Bryce Hall when he's healthy. Jimmy says the worst offensive line in football. That's not true.
it's
It's really bad. It's
Bear
really
Tucker's
bad.
good.
And they're all
Bear
hurt.
Tucker's good. Yeah, Becton's the only
They're all
one hurt.
hurt.
Becton's the only one hurt. That's a bust.
No, literally, if you go down their roster, all their offensive linemen are hurt. Like, look it up right now.
Not Bear Tucker.
How do you see them going down?
Bear Tucker. Bear Tucker's good.
Yeah, he's good.
'Cause I don't think Rodgers is that great.
Here we
though.
go.
That's
Here
the
we
whole
go.
thing.
But they were 9
Typical Patriots fans talking about.
Oh boy, Jared. Jared's bringing
It's
back
hard
the
to
past.
win. First of all, he's 40 years old, and it's hard to win when they have the worst offensive line or one of the worst offensive lines in football.
I also want to say, I think we do have a Jets fan here. Don is a
but he's
Jets
still gonna
fan.
get hit.
We have
Is
a
it not?
Jets fan here. I just wanted to double confirm. Okay.
Go Jets.
We're talking Jets. Me and James are bashing them, but we're talking Jets.
I mean, we're talking about the Jets.
I
What are we
agree
doing?
with you.
What are
I
we
don't
doing?
think that they've overachieved anything. I mean, if we want to give them a participation
The Dolphins just swept you guys
award
last year.
for being close to making the playoffs, we can.
Right.
But I don't know.
Tua's never
I-
lost to the Patriots. I mean, crazier things have happened. Dolphins swept you guys last year.
Tua's never healthy though, so we don't need to worry about it.
In terms of like we're talking about the Jets, we said the same thing about the Bengals, and they went to the Super Bowl once they had a good quarterback.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
Yeah, there's a lot more. I mean, they,
Hey, come on,
I don't
Steelers
think
fans.
so.
Steelers fans.
I don't know about that one.
You can say anything but that.
I know. Yeah. Will you give a credit to the Bengals? I mean, that's just Joe Burrow.
I
Joe Burrow and
also-
Jamar Chase are the best 1-2 in the NFL.
Jared made a point here
Yeah,
that
T. Higgins is good. I mean, I'm not.
I want to
T.
see what
Higgins.
you two want to say about this one. I know that we've talked about this a little bit. The Patriots have one of the hardest schedules in all of football this year. Jared made a very bold take. We're talking bold takes. He thinks that the Patriots won't get a win. James is already shaking his head. He doesn't think the Patriots get a win in the first month.
you can thank me now because we're gonna beat the Eagles week 1. So
I mean,
you're
I would love
welcome.
that,
You're
but-
welcome.
Patriots don't get a win in the first month.
20.
We got another bet
Wow,
going on
a lot
over
of
here.
bets.
A lot of-
Jose is
Do I
going to
get
be a
the
busy
line? What's the
man.
line?
a lot of money being made right now. A lot of money potentially being made.
We gotta take a look at the line.
Yeah, no wins.
No wins. All right, Jared's got no
I'll
wins.
bet anyone $100 if we get at least one win in the first month.
Eagles, Dolphins.
Anybody.
Jets.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jerry wouldn't even bet with me. He's not
If we go 0-4, I won't watch them the rest of the year. I'll be done.
He'll watch.
can
He'll
somebody
watch him.
remember this? I mean, actually,
Actually,
we'll have
hey,
it. I mean, it'll be on here. Dude. I can
Don't
clip
worry.
it. I can 100% clip
Can,
this.
can I give a bold prediction?
Let's hear
I
it.
told you guys
3 minutes
earlier,
left.
but I honestly believe the Green Bay Packers are going to win that division.
What?
I am 100%
I don't remember
sold.
you ever saying.
I told someone down there. Yeah. I think they're going to win that division for sure.
No Lions, no.
No,
I mean,
no, I'm not
Vikings.
buying
I know
it.
they've
Vikings,
taken
I don't.
a
Who
step
knows
back
what they're
defensively.
doing? They have to fix their salary cap. I'm not buying the Lions, and I'm not buying Fields at all.
So,
Crapshoot.
do you
It's
think
crapshoot.
Jordan Love?
I mean, I think.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think they're a running team. They have 2 really good running backs. Their defense is elite. They gave up 17 points in the last 4 or 5 games. If someone wants to look that up, they're really good. They had a good draft. I don't know. I think if Jordan Love can be decent, I think they win that division. Lambeau is not easy to play in.
I like that bold take. Okay.
That's my bold take.
I think the Lions
I-
win it.
Bad
I think
bold
their
take. Bad bold
winning
take.
is 6.5 or
Bad.
something.
Wow. So you're gonna?
I'm
hammer that.
going the over all day.
I mean,
for
it's a
that.
good organization.
Yeah.
I mean, they've.
I'll take the Lions in that
We're
division.
talking-
I'll take the Lions in that
We're
division.
talking New York Jets being overachieved.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's talking about it.
What the hell?
He just said the Packers are going to.
All right, real quick. I know you're short on time, but let's. What is Steelers
gotta
record here?
pee.
What are we doing? What are we doing with
What's
the
Jared
Steelers?
saying?
No, you got it. You got it.
Oh, what's
Steelers record next year. What do you got?
9 wins.
10-7.
Ooh, I don't hate that.
Playoff team,
We
wild card.
We got
10
one of the
wins
easiest. I
get you in
think
the
we're a
wild
wild
card.
card team. We're a wild card team. We got one of the easiest schedules since from last year's toughest schedule. We had the toughest schedule last year, and we still almost made the playoffs after one game. Got one of the easiest, top 3 easiest schedules based off the team's performances last season. I think we make the playoffs. 10-7. Browns still, listen. I gotta see Watson out there perform. You've been out of the league so many years. We know what he did. Hey, he's not a good guy. Leave it at that. But that team is still in dismay. It's still one of the Browns team. It's still like the Jets. You can't say it until we prove it from them. You can't say it until we see it from them.
James
So
is just
Bengals gonna be there. Bengals will probably win the division. Ravens right up there too. Some re-sign Lamar, Zay Flowers, Odell obviously, giving Lamar some weapons finally. I think we get the 3rd spot. We got a good record. I think we sneak into that wild card spot. I think the AFC East beats up on each other. It's pretty much either going to be AFC East 3rd team or the AFC North 3rd team gets into that final wild card spot. I think the Steelers sneak it up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, too. Yeah.
Broncos are looking good. Obviously, Chargers. I mean,
Jimmy
Broncos.
G's a winner, man. He just wins.
Nah, the Raiders stink. Raiders
Jimmy
stink.
G, man.
I like what the
Jared's
Broncos did.
voice.
Honestly, I like what the Broncos did. Bulking up that offensive line, getting a real coach Getting some weapons
Worst
for
contract
Russell.
in the NFL.
It is one of the worst contracts in the NFL.
No, I'm talking about the O-line one they paid. The guy they paid. Terrible.
Hey, we'll get there.
So he asked me about Dallas. What do I think before we go off air? I think Dallas's record is going to be 11-6. They've got a tough division. It'll be, hey, I agree with DeMarcus Lawrence. I think there's not a huge gap between them and the Eagles. They'll be close for standings. I go back and forth. They'll probably split that series as well. Yeah, I'll say 11-6, Dylan. Our schedule's okay. I think it's in the top 5 or 10 for hardest, whatever. I know James is going to do his roll on the eyes thing.
And he this isn't the year. When is the year?
I'm not saying that. I'm
being
being realistic. I think Dallas wins 11 games this year.
They won 12 Can I say something which blew my mind? I did not know Zeke was 27 years old.
I mean,
is that wild?
Like he's 40. So
I know. Is that wild? Though?
It's just kind of wild. It's because he doesn't take care of his body, and we've ran it to the ground.
It's the running backs.
Also though, I want to say one thing, and this is when it all went downhill. We played the. I don't know if they were St. Louis at the time. No, they were Los Angeles. It was the year the Patriots played the Rams in the Super Bowl. Ezekiel Elliott had Chick-fil-A before a playoff game. I shit you not. Before a playoff game, he walked in with a bag of Chick-fil-A, and that is when the downhill had went. And I know people are probably rolling their eyes like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? But why the hell are you going to a playoff game eating Chick-fil-A?
I can answer that for you. Maybe I'll see if Jared knows. Jared, what's the most important thing when you're building a team? Begins with a C, ends with an E. The what of your team, of your organization?
Core?
Culture, there you go. The culture
core.
Of the Cowboys.
I was going to guess core, too.
So let's just pound fast.
How does that happen? Where are your leaders?
No, I agree, man. I agree. I don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, at the end of the day, Dallas wins 11 games. Hopefully they get Zeke back on a cheap deal.
Hopefully you hate Zeke.
On a cheap deal.
He's coming to New England.
I mean, go ahead.
I saw like 3 reports about that.
But at the end of the day, I think Dallas wins 11 games. They find their way in the playoffs, and let's just count our blessings and do a bunch of Hail Marys that they can figure it out.
Hail Marys at the end.
Just get some good blocking.
Get some good blocking.
Just don't run into San Francisco.
Okay, we get the joke. We get the joke. That's what we're both saying right there. So.
All right. I just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in and coming out tonight. This was our first annual Timeout Talks Live Cookout. Don't forget, get your raffle tickets for the Red Sox Braves game. That is on July 26th. We will be pulling those tonight. I mean, there's no strict timeline to that, but we've had a couple people sending in some last-second Venmos, so we'll get you those raffle tickets. If you are watching at home and you are not here, you can get raffle tickets at home. If you're in person, grab them here. I just want to say thank you again to Denise for making this happen. I want to say thank you to every single person who came out to this live cookout and watched on air. Pleasure to be with you, James and Ben, and it was a great show.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Sometimes James is going to show up too, and as we all know, I'll end it on here, but I just want to shout out to Denise for hosting everybody. Got some great food over here. Great times. It's going to continue. Well, you know, the after party is always better than the real party, so everyone's sticking around for this. Shout out to Denise. Shout out to everyone for showing up, and I got the Celtics. I got the Steelers over and wins, and I'll take the Celtics over and wins too, whatever.